a boy reading a book with queries on his face which show that he know this going to happen from a long time, and on the present day at the divine blessing ceremony he has to participate, because he is from the Edwin family. He get the deja vu feeling when he present there. He is getting nervous at that time. His father take the stand and motivate him that everything is going to be fine. So just relax, the god of sword. Give you the best class that suit you, that a nigga then perform his stuff in the process. Elma, the remember how he think it's familiar to him. Then he tells before he was even born in this magical world, he used to play this game in his VR support and also in his previous life. And he looks so surprised by recalling all the memories with this. He think he get his favorite skill, which has some unique attribute like the strongest. The crappiest class with the stupidest name in the magic world knows as the Heavy Knight. And with the blessing of Sword God, he get his favorite skill with the joy in his mind. He turned towards his father, but his father is in great disbelief for what he just listened in the world. The easy to max classes are the most valuable, but those classes who has slow growth or bloom lately are taken as for granted in this world. The only reason for this, because they are hard to level up. The only stupidest reason some privilege thinks off in anger. His father see his status and say, they are too low for the noble family. What is this class? What does that mean? With an endless questions, Elma try to calm his father down, but his rage is kept increasing. He say, thank God, all this is private. If it public, then it would be shame to our Edwin household between this. Someone walks in, which is girl who is from the branch family, and her name is Maris. She is totally a menace. You will soon get it. So get back to the point. They both play a lot when they are children, but since last 5 years, they never even talk or see each other as the ceremony goes on. Elma got the bad feeling about this as the skill show. She mock Elma because got the far better skill than him, but it just the freaking mentality of the people. His bad feeling comes true. His father is attracted to the skill of Maris, and he just made her the next successor of the Edwin family. Everyone is shocked with the new future successor of the Edwin family. She then mock Elma by saying, is this responsibility is on Elma head, but it mine now. Wow. With this his shitty father in disappointment and in disbelief that his son is not on his expectation, and he don't want to see Elma freaking face next time, or he slay his head at the spot. He see it, they head towards the home. As he kicked out of the family, he use a carriage to move to some other city. Then we see him in a restaurant thinking of what he lost in just a second. Friends, family, and a home. But he still has his strongest class. Heavy Knight. He is making strategies to get stronger. But this is real world, not his previous life, because the name of the city is also different form. The game called as Rondalm. Then he decide to investigate the areas and identify the area which resembles to the game. Now he set his status and verify it, which show the level 1 Heavy Knight with skill called Vow of the Heavy Armor Defense, Novice Swordsmanship, and they are like point system which, like the game, collect coins and increase the skill. They all are same as the game, but he thinks that somehow they are also changed, but they are but this term skill tree is different because there are 2 type skill, which is specific skill or some random skill, and in his case, the Vow of Heavy Armor is his specific skill, and this is only for the Heavy Knight, which also a joke skill tree exists there. And it take too much time to activate due many drawback of this skill. He think this the strongest skill ever exist. And here, the overview of other random skill is increased defense, which basic increase. The defense of the armor novice swordsmanship is also not a bad skill. All bad. But he still upgrade the main skill of his. With this heavy armor is moved to level 2 and further to level 5, and he got a pretty good smile with this. This stupid hero goes to the forest and encounter with a frog. Yes, that freaking frog, which more superior to him, and it also a demon, a frog demon, and he jump at Elma, as that frog want to give a blowjob to Elma, but with the sheer force come form his PP, the frog is blow away and land so far away, which increase the level of Elma PP, but due to his skill, he don't get the desired job, or say he don't get the frog shower. Get back to the business. He pick up the stone form that frog, and he listens some voice from a distance. As he move toward, he sees someone running towards him, which is running form the job giver frog, but this time their intention is that same as Elma come to help and say they need to give a job. Let them be, I will handle them all, as he is fan of this character in his previous life, as he going the adventure as him are. You well know adventure, but in response he say, this is my first time and I am about lose something this time on. This other say, they are too many, can you handle them all? Which Elma say, maybe at my first time, I can handle them all with this big thing in my hand, as the jobber frog about give the job, but in a single second they cannot withstand against the fan of him and get blown away by the force of his PP. They all get blown away. This give the shock to the other guy, and he as, who the hell are you which stand against that many jobber and you don't even get a sweat on the face? He about give the name family which produce that many fuckers, but then he introduce himself as the first name of his Elma, the heavy fucker, the heavy knight. With the defeat of jobbers, his skill got level up from 2 to 8 and get the immovable 1 title. Then he gets sure that this world is same as the magical world he used to play a lot, as he collecting the magical stone that dropped from the blowjobbers. The other guy introduce himself with a sorry to late intro. His name is Aries. He live far away from the country, or say he live in countryside. He want to become an adventure, so he left his village, and for getting into a party, they require at least level 3 to get in party, and for increasing his level, he is working his ass off. But Elma is busy in collecting the mana stone. Still Aries thanks him, and Elma won't need his thanks with the excitement he asked Elma for, getting a party. Although your skill is not so popular, but I think it's cool to have a defensive class. And he makes sure to convenes other to form party with Elma, but Elma don't want it as Elma turn his offer down. He say your class is a defensive class, which hard to level up, and it need a group to use its full potential. Still Elma not convenes, although he is right. This time for a defensive class is perform much better in a group. Still he don't want this type of level up, because it only increase the suspicious among them, and he don't want to revel something or one more thing. The experience point is equally distributed between party member, which only affect the chances to level up quickly. They got interrupted by a spider who attack Ares, which he successful do, and say why this Alanda ape here known as the hand job giver, and this demon is hard to handle because of his status, and it can smoothen the skin with the poison and help in relaxing with this. To defeat this demon, they need a high-level PP for however it claws can even damage the sensitive skin, and he left no choice but to give the sacrifice of his future. On the other hand, Ares is taking the blame for attracting the demon with his thing. He stood up, and with courage he raised his sword, but Elma, watching his leg, which are trembling in fear, and say, take rest, bro. You are not in shape of giving hand job, and ready to face the demon, which he cannot defeat at this moment from behind. Ares speaking for a beginner. It hard to defeat Alanda ape, but Elma is about use his newly acquired skill called disarm, which help in reducing the effect of damage that opponent is going to give, but it has a drawback that it only activate for 1 minute, and he has to hit the opponent first. He point his sword at the spider and challenge him as spider attack with excitement. He say it time for high risk and high return. As his get fired up, he analysis the pattern of attack, but still it not a easy win with Rage Spider through the light of poison from his mouth, but it can be better if it spit from its backrest. You know that Elma don't dow the attack and charge at full speed and land a fatal blow on his eyes, but it no use. Then the spider activate its fire claw, which he used to give the job lunch at Elma, which is successfully do by him, and land another shot on his chest of his disarm skill, which lead to the great damage on the Yao. Spider still with all this damage, spider attack him, but here the final blow form the Elma return rampart that paralysis the spider, and he land his sword in his chest with the heroic quote, enough of you crap asshole. With this, he level up, but with a con, he cannot further increase his main skill, which is already at level 15. The Ares arrive with surprising look that a beginner defeat the high-level demon. But to his shock, Elma got affected by the poison hit form, the early and feel dizzy form, that he got a companion who escort him to the city. Thanks for watching, hope you like this. See you in the next part of this manga soon.